One up on Wall Street. What if you had an edge over Wall Street and didn't even know it? What if the key to beating the market was already in your grocery cart, your driveway, or your daily routine? That's the provocative idea behind One Up on Wall Street by Peter Lynch. Lynch didn't just manage a fund. He made history with the Magellan Fund, delivering annual returns of over 29% for more than a decade. But more than his record, what sets Lynch apart is his belief that everyday people, yes, regular investors like you, can outperform the pros if they know where to look. His investing philosophy is rooted in simplicity. He doesn't believe you need a finance degree, complex formulas, or Wall Street connections. What you need is the ability to observe, think, and act without being distracted by noise. This book is a battle cry against overcomplication. It reminds you that some of the best investment ideas are hiding in plain sight, at the mall, on your kitchen table, in your workplace. So let's unpack the simple but powerful strategy Peter Lynch used to turn ordinary knowledge into extraordinary wealth. Chapter 1. You know more than you think. Lynch opens with a radical but empowering idea. You already have what it takes to spot winning stocks. Why? Because you live in the real world, not a financial spreadsheet. You interact with products, services, and trends every single day. You notice which brands are gaining traction, which stores are full, and which products your kids or friends can't stop talking about. This first chapter is not just about confidence, it's about permission. Permission to trust your observations. Permission to stop deferring your financial future to someone in a suit. Wall Street professionals often look at numbers in isolation. But you have something they don't. Lived experience. You notice the lines outside a new coffee shop, the buzz around a tech gadget, the fact that your family switched from one detergent to another. These small observations are early signals of a company gaining momentum. Peter Lynch encourages you to lean into what you already know and stay curious. Because investing, at its core, isn't about complexity. It's about paying attention. Chapter 2. Invest in what you understand. Lynch doesn't want you chasing stock tips or the next big trend. Instead, he urges you to stay grounded. Buy what you understand. This simple rule, when followed, can protect you from a lifetime of painful mistakes. He explains that the best investors are not the most intellectual. They're the most disciplined. They don't overestimate their ability to predict industries they know nothing about. They focus on what they can grasp: familiar companies, tangible products, proven services. Peter Lynch believed that if you can explain why you're investing in a stock in 2 minutes or less, you're on the right track. That clarity is your filter. If you're confused, you're already in danger. He reminds us that understanding a business doesn't mean knowing every technical detail. It means knowing what they sell, who they sell to, how they make money, and whether they're likely to grow. Investing isn't a game of who knows more. It's a game of who sticks to what they know. Chapter 3. The 6 Types of Stocks. In this chapter, Lynch helps investors make sense of the chaos by categorizing stocks into 6 broad types. But more importantly, he teaches you how to recognize them and what to expect from each. This framework is not about rigid definitions. It's about clarity. Understanding the type of stock you own allows you to set realistic expectations. You won't panic when a cyclical stock drops with the economy if you knew that volatility was baked into its DNA. Each category has its strengths and risks. Fast growers can explode in value, but also crash. Stalwarts like Procter & Gamble offer stability, but may not triple overnight. Turnarounds can surprise you or disappoint. Lynch's genius lies in helping investors assess what kind of ride they're signing up for. The more clearly you define the kind of stock you're holding, the better your chances of holding it long enough to let it win. Chapter 4. Do your homework. Lynch pulls no punches here. If you're not willing to do the work, you're just speculating. He believed that the difference between a gambler and an investor is research. And research doesn't mean being a spreadsheet wizard. It means reading, listening, learning, and paying attention. Before he bought a stock, Lynch would read everything he could: earnings reports, product reviews, industry trends. He didn't rely on headlines. He relied on his own thinking. His advice is simple. If you wouldn't spend an hour researching a company before giving them $10,000, why would you buy their stock? Investing is not about tips. It's about trust. And you can only trust a company when you know its story. Why does it exist? What's its edge? What could go wrong? Do your homework, and you turn speculation into strategy. Chapter 5. Ignore the noise. Lynch warns that the greatest threat to your portfolio is not the economy. It's your own emotions. Wall Street is noisy. Media thrives on fear. Markets swing on rumors. If you react to every piece of news, you'll be whipsawed into mediocrity. Or worse, panic selling. He teaches the value of detachment. Great investors are not reactive, they're deliberate. They don't sell a good company just because a headline says the market might crash. They don't buy a flashy stock just because it's trending on TV. Peter Lynch reminds us, behind every stock is a company. If that company is still growing, still making money, still doing what made it great in the first place, ignore the noise. Focus on the fundamentals. He believed that short-term volatility is the price of admission for long-term wealth, and the investors who stay calm stay winning. Chapter 6. The Power of Patience. This is where Lynch's philosophy shines brightest. He didn't believe in timing the market. He believed in time in the market. Patience is what turns a good stock into a life-changing investment. His favorite term? Tenbagger. A stock that increases tenfold. But you'll never get a tenbagger if you sell at 2 or 3. Lynch encourages you to think like a farmer, not a day trader. Plant the seed, monitor it, water it, and let it grow. The real wealth comes not from frequent trades, but from long holds in great companies. He teaches that compounding is a miracle, but only for those who wait. And in a world of instant gratification, patience is your greatest edge. Trust yourself. Peter Lynch closes with a message of empowerment. You don't need to work on Wall Street to win on Wall Street. You just need to believe in your ability to learn, observe, and act. The financial world can feel intimidating, but Lynch breaks down the barriers. He teaches that the best ideas are often close to home. They're in the products you buy, the services you use, the businesses you admire. And with a bit of curiosity, discipline, and courage, you can do more than just invest. You can thrive. This was One Up on Wall Street by Peter Lynch, brought to you by Success Resources Books Insights. You don't need to become more. You need to become present. This is more than mindset. It's a mission. Keep seeking, keep growing, keep giving. And together, let's make the world rich again.